What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Monday. Got a nice 9-game slate here tonight. I got 6 plays for you to help you along your way with an MLB lineup. My money 6. So before we get going, if you could drop a like in the video if you're enjoying the content and want to see this every single day, be sure to drop a like. It really goes a long way. Let's try to get over 100 likes on this video. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, do so now. Hit that sub button. Really helps me out, and it makes you not miss out on any videos. We got some great content here, so I'm gonna go ahead. First up, go with Matz here at 8,300 going against Miami. Saw him a fair amount last year, 3 starts against them, and he only allowed 3 runs and 17 innings of work. So had some good stuff. 1.53 ERA, 21 DraftKings points in average, and he finished out on a good note against them. He went 6 innings, 8 Ks. This is a really kind of lower end Miami lineup, definitely below average, and Vegas is liking him a lot in this matchup going against Miami. A 3.45 implied run total for them. They're favorites, so he has a good shot of getting the W here. In Miami, the Mets bats have been pretty solid throughout the beginning of the season, so they can give him some run support. And actually, Matz has reverse splits. If you look at the splits for 2018, he had a better K percentage against right-handed batters, a 24% K against righties and an 18% K against lefties. And this Miami lineup is going to be very heavy with right-handed batters, so he has the added upside against all those righties. And he could go overlooked if people kind of don't look into his splits a little bit more. If they see the lefty against a lot of righties, they could be scared away. So hopefully we get some lower ownership here. But this is a really good spot for Matz to show off his upside. He has really good ability when his stuff is on. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. I'm going to go with Brad Peacock. Definitely a risky play here tonight, but one of the best strikeout guys in all of Major League Baseball over the last 2 years. So if you look at his K percentage, 35% K last year. He was dealing out of the bullpen, but still, he showed that K percentage even in 2017 when he was starting more. He had a 29% K in 2017 when he was kind of a starting pitching more than a relief pitcher. And against Texas here, we're talking about a team that is very free swinging. They can blow up for like 10 plus runs, but they have a lot of downside in their bats as well because they strike out so much. So that's a perfect combination for a guy like Brad Peacock. Maybe a little bit more GPP because his floor isn't that great, but his upside is just so good with those strikeouts, and he has a good opportunity of getting the win as well if he can just pitch good enough over the first 5 innings to get an opportunity to get a win, because I think Houston's going to give him a ton of run support, and if he can just stick with his pitchers and get those Ks, then he has really good ability. I mean, I don't think he's going to go that deep in this game, obviously, because he was more of a relief pitcher this game, but if he can give us like 5.5, maybe 6 innings of work here and get us close to around 8 Ks, maybe allows a few runs, but that would be good, solid enough, I feel like, for a guy at 7,900 who can give us that win as well for 4 DraftKings points. So really good value and good upside. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. So that gives us some more leverage as well to pay up for those Astro bats and really give us some good upside with the hitting. So for my first guy, I'm going to go with Alex Bregman. I mean, this Astros lineup is probably going to be really chalky, probably going to be the most popular team to stack up, but for good reason. They're going against a pitcher that literally hasn't pitched in MLB since 2016 in Drew Smiley, and also the Astros really tee off against lefties, and he's a left-handed pitcher. So Bregman gets a park upgrade here going against Texas. He has a 409 WOBA versus lefties. That was in 2018. He had that 409 WOBA. And Smiley, even when he was pitching in 2016, he didn't have great stuff. He was hit around pretty well, and he gave up 1.6 home runs per 9. I believe that was when he was pitching in Tampa Bay as well. So this is going to be a completely different ballpark. Can definitely allow a few home runs to the likes of Alex Bregman. And the next guy I'm going to mention after this. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in Bregman. And then we're going to go with George Springer at the top of the lineup. So this Astros lineup just makes so much sense. They're implied 5.3 runs. Like I said, it's a park upgrade. Going to Texas, and another guy with great power against lefties. Bregman and Springer are the 2 top guys with their isolated power last year against lefties. Altuve is up there, but he did really struggle with his power last year. So he has a little bit more risk to him, I would say. But Springer and Bregman, really good upside. Also, they do have outside chances of getting stolen bases. Springer has 2 stolen bases against Smiley in the past. Smiley has been able to allow stolen bases. So maybe one of those guys can give us a stolen base as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. Then I'm going to go with A.J. Pollock, another good option against a lefty here at 4,300, going against Drew Pomeranz, who was really struggling last year with his stuff and his command against right-handed batters specifically. And Pollock has great power against lefties. Already went deep for us the other night against a lefty and had 2 singles on top of that. And Drew Pomeranz, like I said, really struggled against righties. He allowed a 1.8 home runs per 9 to them. All of his home runs allowed last year were to right-handed batters. And he also allowed a 401 WOBA to those righties. So really got hit around hard. And A.J. Pollock can definitely go deep and give us some really good upside in a Dodgers lineup that can go absolutely berserk any given night. And A.J. Pollock in that kind of the meat of the order in that 4 spot, really good upside there. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third hitter. Not really a value here, but a guy at 4,200 and Justin Smoak that can absolutely go deep like twice in this matchup. Really good upside. He always has that crazy power, especially at home in Toronto, a great hitting park. And he's going against one of the worst pitchers in all of baseball last year against left-handed batters in David Hess. He allowed 2.5 home runs per 9 to lefties. And Smoak, really different power. Like the splits are really drastic between his power against lefties and his power against right-handed batters. He is a switch hitter, but when he's batting against the righties at the left side of the plate, he has a lot more power, at 257 ISO against them last year. So at home here in Toronto, another lineup that has really good upside against a bad pitcher, and Justin Smoak, one of the best, if not the best, Toronto kind of power hitter in that lineup. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. So that's your money 6. You have really good upside. All of these guys could go deep, maybe even twice against their pitchers. And Steven Matz, a good upside against a bad Miami team. And Brad Peacock, really good strikeout upside against a free-swinging Texas team. So I hope you enjoyed the plays. Drop a like if you did. Over 100 likes would be greatly appreciated. And subscribe if you haven't already. You don't want to miss out on these videos. But good luck on this slate. You can comment any questions you have down below on the video. And you also can follow me on Twitter at MoneyWebby. Tweet at me for any questions. I pretty much get back to every single tweet and every single DM and stuff like that. So good luck, and we'll see you back here again next time.